So talk to me about prison. What was prison like? I mean, talk to me about, like, first, actually, what I want to know is on that day when the hearing was called. I mean, what actually, just paint the picture for me, because you see this in movies all the time. Where there's a whole scene and then someone gets convicted. The hammer goes down and the guy gets taken to the back. Like, what was it like for you? Like, tell me, show me in my head.
When I was found guilty or when I was released?
Yeah. On the day you were found guilty.
Yeah, so the jury sent a note out to the judge saying that they reached a verdict, and the court mentioned that openly, that the jury's reached a verdict, and we had to wait for a half hour for everybody to get there. Well, I mean, I was there, my attorney was there, but the prosecutor was called and had to come to the courtroom, and I think that they made an alert to the media as well, because the media had been covering the case. And maybe a half hour later, the jury came back in, and in the room. They were in the room where they were deliberating, and I remember I was sitting at the table and I was making eye contact with them, and I was looking at them as they were walking in. Because I mean, there was a saying I had heard at the jail, at the county jail, but back before I had gotten bailed out, and that's if the jury makes eye contact with you and they smile at you, that means that they've found you not guilty. But if they look away from you or they look serious, then they've found you guilty. So I'm looking at them and they're not making eye contact with me. They're looking kind of serious, and I remembered that. But then I thought, well, I guess maybe they don't know what they're talking about, because maybe that saying is not true, because I'm still thinking I'm going to be found not guilty. So the jury walks in, they sit down, and the court clerk stands up, and he asks the jury if they've reached a verdict, and the jury foreperson stood up and said yes, and they started reading off charges one at a time. And so the first three charges I was found not guilty of, and then they read off another charge, and I heard the word guilty, and then they read another charge, and they said the word guilty, and they read another charge, and they said the word guilty. And I remember that. I remember I really couldn't believe my hearing, and I remember questioning my own hearing. Well, wait, did I just hear that right? Did I miss the word "not" in there? So yeah, so I remember hearing that, and then my attorney asked the court to, they call it, they asked each individual juror if that was their verdict. And so all 12 people had to confirm that that was their decision. And then the jury was excused, and I was the court officers came and they took me back into the holding cell area, and I was in custody.
And were you too shocked to even say anything?
Yes, yeah, I was shocked. I was in shock. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what was going to happen to me anymore at that point.
Mm. Sure. And you were 17 by this stage, right?
I was, yes.
Yeah. Wow. It's a crazy, it's such a crazy position to be in. I often wonder, like, we would talk, I was talking about the worst day of your life, or well, you were referring to someone has an accident and then, get told they're paralyzed and they can't walk again. And I question the situation when, in terms of freedom, right? So now you get told basically your freedom's gone. You're going to be in the control of somebody else. Your freedom's taken away from you, and you have no more decision over your own life. And you're only 17 years old, and then you get locked up in this jail, and then, like, how did that play out for you in your head psychologically? How did you not go into psychosis or lose the plot?
In a way, I did. I mean, I did. I mean, I was became kind of. I became really, really depressed, and I felt suicidal. So in a way, I did. I mean, I don't think it was psychosis, but it was those other aspects of it. It's kind of in the same spirit of what you're asking me.
Hmm.